All right, I wanted to share this with you real briefly today. I actually the type of business that I have allows me to go out and meet new business owners that have and established business owners that have established a great reputation in the city, have been a great service to the city, and have actually become very successful. So I have the opportunity daily to go out and meet these business owners that have what we consider to be what we consider or call made it. And so sometimes I tend to ask their questions, or when I'm creating their mobile web app, I get to study and research more information about them to see their story behind them. And I just wanted to kind of share with you the common factor that I've begun to notice that makes these businesses successful. And when I'm reading it, and one of the main things, number one, is I noticed that all of them, they have faith. They confess that they have faith, and pretty much like how Scripture says, Paul tells us in Scripture, you have to call those things that be not as though they were. And it's almost like you have to really meditate on this, the word that as it comes from the Scripture, and you can hear it from other places, but it says, judge not according to your appearances. You can't make decisions on your current circumstances. What you see now is really your life as it is right now, right in front of you, is just a residual effect from the way you used to think. So who you are now is not who you are really. It's who you were in the past. What you are now. So if you're overweight, if you're broke, busted, and disgusted, that's not who you are. That's who you were. You were thinking like that, and that past thinking actually got you to that point. You can change your life at any moment. You can change your life at any moment that you decide to, because you have the power to think. And so from right now, where you are, you can think your way into a new reality. And that sounds so philosophical, but it's so real. I can't really express it enough to you that you can start thinking right now and have your reality. And number two, you have to begin to engage in consistent action. Every single day I wake up and I tell myself, when I'm building certain businesses, and I notice that a lot of these successful business owners, they tend to do the same thing. They have an affirmation that they affirm to themselves every day. They may wake up and say to themselves, it's possible. They may look at where they're going, their roadmap. I always look at a roadmap. When I get in my car and I don't know where I'm going, and then let's just say if I put in my navigational system and I tell it where I want to go, no matter what happens, if I get out of the car and get back in, it's going to stop. But when I get back in, it gives me a road that says, okay, continue on I-240 South. It's going to tell me where I'm going. If you don't know where you're going, if you haven't put this in front of your mind every single day, hey, this is where I'm going, this is where I'm reminding myself that I need to go, guess what? You're going to end up anywhere. A man with no direction is a man that's planning to fail. And so you have to have a plan of action, engage in persistent action, guys. So have faith, engage in persistent action. And one of the other things is we live in a society, in a world that people want things right now. They want it to happen right now. And that's a reality. It can happen right now up here. But I'll tell you a quick story about the story of the bamboo tree. The bamboo tree actually starts out as a hard nut. And I'm almost about to wrap this up. I'm not going to be long. But it starts out as a hard nut. The Chinese bamboo tree, a very hard nut, and you have to actually plant that bamboo tree into the ground. And by you planting it into the ground, you have to actually water it and nurture it after you plant it into the ground. And listen at this. Listen to how long you have to do it. Water it and nurture it and fertilize it and cultivate it into the ground for 5 years. It takes 5 years before that bamboo tree nut breaks the surface. 5 years. But when it finally breaks the surface, after 5 years, in 6 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. In 6 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. And so the real question is, did it take 6 weeks to grow 90 feet tall, or did it take 5 years? And we all know the answer. It took 5 years. It took 5 years to build a foundation. It took 5 years to water it and nurture it and cultivate it. It took 5 years in relation to you to lay the foundation, to learn the people, learn the market, learn your product, learn what it takes, learn how much money you need, learn all of these things. It took 5 years to do that. It takes longer to build a skyscraper than it does a chicken coop. So what are you building? Are you building a chicken coop, or are you building a skyscraper? Guys, go out here and win big for your families as you continue to go out here and work hard every day, even if it's at your job. Be the best. Give 110% in what you're doing. It's a blessing that you have a job right now. Be thankful for it, guys. Don't hate your job. Be thankful for the opportunity, but don't let that be your right now. Think where you want to be, but act in the now, guys. Be appreciative of what you have now, guys, and go out here. If you can give 8 hours a day for somebody else, give it towards your business, guys. God bless you, and go out here and continue to win for your family. You have a blessed and wonderful day.